episode.
Live.
Be quiet.
We are really live right now. I'm not joking.
Oh yeah, he did hit the live button.
But what is up, YouTube? It's your boy, the resident otaku Jude, with our host of the most, G11, and our main man, Carl Brown, in the building.
What up, everybody?
What up? What up?
So how y'all fellas been doing?
Had to go to work this morning, but I'm good otherwise.
Yeah, you sound tired this morning. You sound tired today, bro.
Bro, I literally just woke up I took a nap and I just woke up like 30 minutes ago.
Oh shit. Yo, so I've kind of been in the same boat, and I talked about it in the Discord, like me and Pickle were talking, but like yeah, I've been basically doing the 2-job deal all week, right? So get off work at 4, go right into Grubhub.
Oh my god.
And I do that to about 8, 9. Yesterday I went to about 11 o'clock at night. So, but I made good money. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see this. Actually, I don't know, you probably won't. But can you see that number?
It's super blurry on my end, but no, it's focusing. No, it's just a glare.
Oh well,
it's 4 something. That's all I got.
Yeah, 478. It looked like
479.51 for the week. Just doing, huh?
I was close.
Oh yeah, you were close. You're like
470 something.
Yeah, but it's good, man. It's I'm working towards, basically I'm trying to pay my car off in 3 months. So that's why I'm working extra hard, saving up money. Because I'm not even trying to tap. Hey, what? Okay, I'm not even trying to tap my actual paycheck. You know what I mean? I'm trying to use this extra ducats, and I could put down. Well, yeah, basically my plan. I'm gonna have it done in 3 months. So I've been running and scrambling all week, and a lot of shit going on at work. Oh! Also, I volunteered for an assignment, Jude.
Oh snap! Where you going?
I'm gonna try to get to Fort Lee, Virginia.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
You trying to be home, boy?
I'm going back to the source. I mean, I didn't get
go back the other way.
Right. No, I didn't get the assignment, but I just volunteered for it. So
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
If it goes through April of next year, I'll be back. Yes.
April of next year, I should be putting in for my MOI to see if I'm going to stay in recruiting or not. And I'm actually thinking about it.
Do it.
But,
fuck your day job.
Oh my God. It is my day job. But anyway, I do got some moral dilemmas for you this time around, fellas.
Oh, Jesus.
We're not even would you rathers, unless you got one real quick.
No, I have no.
I actually do have one.
Oh my gosh, go Carl, go.
Oh shit.
This is a bit of a silly one, and Jude, you may be less familiar with this. G, same thing. But would you rather be stuck in either the back rooms or the SCP universe?
For the what?
The SCP universe.
Oh man. Yeah, I think I would take my chances with the back rooms too.
Ooh.
I don't know. SCP, you dealing with all kinds of different entities.
I know that, but the back rooms, have you seen that place?
I mean, it's just more subliminal like spaces where like
spaces, and there's also random creatures in that place, and in my opinion, they're worse than anything in the SCP universe.
Just get past level 1, you good. You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that, Carl, because my YouTube algorithm, like that's all I've been watching lately is like back rooms and a bunch of like Red Dead Redemption videos.
They just had the second found footage of somebody actually going in that place.
Yeah, see, I was like, what? They fell through the floor right in there.
I know, right? Even though they're like, hey, this stuff is disappearing. Stick the tape measure down there and they get sucked into it too. Like, oh.
Okay, says in the SCP universe, there is at least a chance you can live a normal life.
Oh,
Wait, so you can't get out of the back rooms ever? Like once you're there, you
I'll
just
figure it out.
I'll
figure it out.
So the thing about the back rooms is,
I might be 500 feet in the air when I figure it out, but I'll figure it out.
yeah, that's one of the other problems. If you fall into there, it's random. So just as you fell into there, it's random falling out. And you also worry about whatever is in there trying to kill you.
I don't know.
Out.
You know what? I'm going to spice this up real quick. Because I like your would you rather, Carl.
It's a good one, yeah.
You only have the item to your left to defend you. Oh. I said that at the wrong time.
To the left. Well,
I have a toilet paper roll. No, paper towel roll.
I'm looking at
the power of music. I have the power of music, so I'm good.
I have the power of my freaking closet door, so
he really had a paper towel roll. That's it. Damn it, my camera's all jacked now. There we go. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And I have a bill from the auto shop. That's all I. That's all I keep.
The creatures you're dealing with are scared of reading like stink meter is. I don't think that's gonna help you too much.
Read.
Read.
But that's actually a good one. That's actually a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty thoughtful.
However, I've got something of the moral dilemma. And it's only because I haven't been able to play Trial by Trolley in a minute.
Okay.
So, you are a trolley conductor. You can either go left or right. And on your left, you have the man who invented pop-up ads on the internet.
Huh.
And he has low-key been stalking you since you were in preschool.
Oh, that's weird.
And on the other side, the opposite of the left, you have some guy who's boning a sex doll that looks exactly like you.
That's gross.
And is your long-lost sibling.
Dog. Wait.
There's nothing. If this is going where I think it's going, there's nothing more.
Who are you running over?
You know where this is going? Like, like I don't know.
Who are you running over?
I want to run over them both personally.
I think the sibling that's boning the thing that looks like me is gonna have
to he got nah.
We got pop-up blockers.
But they've also been stalking you since preschool.
And
excuse me. Ooh,
maybe their pop-ups are just for you.
Hey, I was going to say, with the invention of pop-ups.
Nah, long lost sibling doing too much creepy stuff. You gotta go.
Yeah, I think that's more creepy than the stalking.
I know, right? I can deal with stalking. This is like you show up to my door, I'm opening that door with one of two things: mace, or
the item to your left.
No, it won't be a door. It'll be something worse. Something I can't really mention. Let's just say pew pew item.
I also have government laptop.
Oh my god!
He said the laptop. I'm pretty sure you need that for work, so can't just go bashing people with that.
I could look up ways to take them out. Well, actually, no, I can't because it's a government laptop.
That's why.
I mean, I'm sure they would understand it was self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna have to write that really well.
Their money is more important than your self-defense. He said a brush.
I have two brushes, one for my beard and one for my head.
Oh wait, I got knife.
Hey, there you go.
I had to walk around the house until it was on the left, but I have knife.
Bro, it's really, I feel like I've seen that question so many times. Like, you're stranded on an island, all you have is this. What do you do? How do you survive? Kind of thing, you know?
I know, right? This is the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah.
Actually, the most annoying thing ever was, so remember how I told you all about one of my applicants that didn't seem to have common sense?
Yes. Well, that's like literally. Well,
So I did bring up the common sense test with them, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm only going to ask you guys 2 of the questions.
Oh boy.
Oh,
but
about to make us look stupid on the internet.
It's okay. We all are.
Indeed.
But the first one was, a plane crashes on the border of Mexico and the United States. Where do you bury the survivors?
You don't bury the survivors because no one survived. Oh, actually, we don't know if anyone survived. And actually, you don't bury survivors.
Yeah, don't touch anybody.
So they justified that based on where people fell is where you would bury them.
Yeah, but you really
I noticed you were right the first time, and then immediately changed your answer, but then caught yourself.
Yeah, I was like,
because where do you bury the survivors?
Yeah, you don't bury survivors because they're alive.
Survived.
And the other one was, you have a match that'll give you a few seconds of light, a lamp that'll give you a few hours of light.
Oh boy.
A stove that'll give you a week's worth of light and warmth.
Okay.
And it is the dead of winter. What do you light first?
Well, you've got to light the match first.
All right.
They said the oven because it'll give them the most time.
How do you light the oven?
I have to say this. I have to say this. It's so sad that we have evolved into a society that we now have to have a common sense test. But then again, I've heard a saying that's been going around: common sense isn't that common anymore. And it's, my God, it's terrifying and sad.
Very much so.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever taken the human test, but I failed that.
I mean, do you want to be? I mean, look at
like real talk. What was it? So you know that guy that does like the true facts about insert animal here?
Yes.
One of his older videos was just a human test, and you're supposed to just go through yes or no questions, and it was like, if you got at least 7 yeses, you're human. And I was just like, oh.
Oh boy. Guess I'm not human.
Like there should be a qualification test for being human, because for some of the ones that we got running around, especially on the internet, I'm scared for some of them people.
Yeah,
well, I'm glad you brought up fear, Carl, because now we're going to segue into the main topic.
Hey,
sweet.
Gatekeeping, featuring the Gate Guardian. Oh wait, I didn't tell you to prep the clip, did I?
No, you did not.
Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure 4 kids would come after us if you did, but
that's 4 kids.
You know when the Paradox Brothers do their whole entire summoning chant to get the Gate Guardian?
Oh my God.
Do you know how long it's been since I've seen that episode?
It's a great episode. I mean, you got good old Joey, also known as Jonichi, and then you got Yugi, also known as Yugi.
Yep. They had to censor the names. Oh, here you go. Here you go. I went and I pulled it real fast.
Oh, yeah.
The video's not monetized anyway.
Fair enough.
We're going to get burned in the comments. I could just see it.
No,
it hurts.
It's in the class of Exodia.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
Why does that look like the fusion? That looks like looks like fusion.
I cannot hear anything.
Yeah. Oh, you can't hear it? Y'all can't hear it?
No, you just have it being summoned, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought I was sharing the audio too.
That is one thing about K that I'll say. No slip. He hates dubs. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Like
well, this is not our Subverse dub episode anymore. But I do believe we should start with some definitions as well before we get into this.
Yep.
Now that the Gate Guardian has assembled and there is conveniently 3 of us.
Oh my god.
Because
they're bad. Not all of them.
But our main definition that we're going to be going off of, right?
Yeah.
Gatekeeping, the activity of controlling and usually limiting general access to something.
Yes.
And of course, there is the TikTok definition, where it is an effort to keep something closed off or to keep something close to the chest and consistently available. That does not make sense. Anyway, point is, reading is fundamental. But the point is, we are going to be going over gatekeeping and the gatekeeping of certain attributes. Is it right? Is it wrong? What are your opinions? If you're just watching, go ahead and leave your belief in the comments below. Or just join the live chat if you're watching the live, like our homeboy K.
I imagine where K is going to go with this. I could just imagine where that man's going to go with this.
Well, funny you say that, because just like you, Carl, because I didn't know if you'd actually make it or not, I did talk to Kay about this, just picking the brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And fundamentally, where I was looking at it, it's because of, as we covered in the last episode, some recent events where a certain brand, franchise, whatever you want to call it,
Character
decided to do a collaborative effort with something I've enjoyed from my youth.
Uh-oh.
I am not going to have you play that TikTok again. I'm not. No. Don't you dare.
We honestly should, so that people get a good
All
grasp of what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
I have to ready it. I don't have it ready.
Well, while you get it ready, let me go ahead with it, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, for those who don't know, Fortnite specifically ended up doing the collaborative effort with Dragon Ball. It made me start thinking back to when, like, the idea that a newer generation, which sounds good, a newer generation liking anime and getting into gaming, like, in theory, that'd be good, right?
Right.
In theory.
But then I'm getting stuff like, oh yeah, My Hero Academia is like the greatest anime ever. It is just like, it's okay, but what about some of the classics? Oh, that garbage from the 80s? The garbage.
They need, I can't stand those comments. It's like, young people understand this, and yes, I'm talking to the audience. What are you trying to say, Carl? A lot of things, Kay. Anyway, but understand this. Y'all have no idea what was precious to us back then, especially like anime and stuff like that. Like, anime was hard work. Like, y'all folks can't fathom that. You can't fathom that someone would go out of their way to make something that not only they enjoy, but for others to enjoy. And for just hear anybody trash that is just infuriating, because that's blood, sweat, tears, a lot of arguments, and like they themselves had to do gatekeeping because they had to keep people from stealing their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came to me and Kay's talk about it, and I believe the video is queued up, but we're going to put it on hold real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where me and Kay were going with it is, let's actually take ourselves back to those days. And I know there were a few episodes where, like, me and Sus, G, you talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Where, as we were growing up, like, in a way, while we were watching anime, that was something, like, we couldn't really talk about before.
Oh, good Lord.
Because
It was very.
Oh,
taboo.
you watch Dragon Ball? So you're the weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, you watch this? Like, that's fucking cringe, bro.
Yeah, you were classified differently back then versus now. Like now, it's cool to be in all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's now been put in the mainstream, like, again, there's a part of me that's happy. Like, I'm glad we could bring in this newer generation.
Right.
But this newer generation is constantly talking about mainstreamed, like, oh, Demon Slayer hype, My Hero hype, Naruto hype, because Naruto will never die. And don't get me wrong, like, Naruto at least had a good premise in the beginning. I enjoyed it for what it was.
But don't nobody give a shit about his son.
I wasn't even going to talk about his son. I was going to talk about some of the classics, like, y'all remember Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes,
of course.
Like, when's the next time we're going to see the Spirit Detective? Can the Spirit Detective get a fucking remake?
Do we really want that though?
I mean, if it's done well, because
there we go.
I don't know if you all have seen it, but Sailor Moon decided to reboot, and they just updated like subtle things.
Mm-hmm.
And even with comments that were made, like, what was it? Usagi brings up like a floppy disk in the older one. Is just like, I don't know how to use computers. They revamped it, gave her a frigging laptop, and she's just like, I'm still bad with computers.
I did not know that they rebooted it. I need to watch that then.
So if I remember right, it's supposed to be closer to the actual manga, but there's still some of those like elements from the original that were displayed way back then.
So kind of what they did with Brotherhood, something similar to that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get on board with that. Big O, hello.
That is another one, especially for folks who like that mystery mecha combination that was going with it.
But you know,
a little bit of the suspense.
I'm kind of scared of reboots, though, because with a lot of stuff that we're seeing where they reboot it or remake it, they kind of plug agendas into it and they make it not good. I mean, animation quality obviously is better, but like they just kind of contort the story. I'll give you an example that's kind of like more in the comic book world, but I think this was some time ago. But Superman, the comic, right? Superman's son is, I think he's like bisexual or something, or they made him gay, and it's like,
I remember that
they took something that we all know and loved and just kind of perverted it, man. And then the funny thing is, the comic did terrible. Not even gay people bought that comic. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. Like, so I get what you mean, like, when it comes to pushing agendas.
Right.
But, like, if you did that, like, just to be subtle, like, be inclusive.
Yeah.
Not saying it shouldn't be something that doesn't matter, but it should be one of those impacts that's like, oh, hey, I see what you did there, but at least you kept the integrity.
Well, I would like to see, like, with a lot of these things, like with the animes that we like and grew up with, leave the continuity as it is. Sure, I'd like to see a remake, maybe better, animation, bring back the voice actors, all that stuff. But if you're going to plug new ideas, create a new thing altogether. Like, just make a new anime that's that. Make a new comic book hero that is that. Or, like, don't pervert stuff that's already existed and established just to be inclusive. That's my thing.
Now, before this is like a one bit of sidetrack that I got for this, but
yeah,
kind of hits when we talked about censorship a long time, but where you were going with it kind of sparked the idea. When it came to changing and pushing agendas, also remember when Sailor Moon first aired?
Yep.
Way back for the dub side of it.
Oh, I know where this is going.
So before I talk about the kissing cousins.
Oh, jeez.
Do you remember how there were two enemies that were in love with each other, but they were on the bad guy side?
Yes.
Those were two dudes. And they just dubbed one to be a woman.
Damn, to make it more acceptable for Western audiences, you know.
Yep.
What's that Barrels?
Yeah, like Barrels group. There were two gay
thought
dudes.
that was a little weird. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was, what was it? The one with the ponytail was supposed to be a dude, but when it came to the West, we dubbed to be a woman.
Mhm.
And then, of course, of the Sailor Scouts, there were the literal kissing cousins. That was supposed to actually be a couple, but we're just sitting here like, oh yeah, we're cousins. I don't know about y'all, but I never looked at my cousins like that.
Nah.
It's
kind of weird. I mean, I know people in real life that do. Go down to Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Oh, I've already been down to Atlanta. Yeah. Trust me. I was down there for a year, and I got to see that stuff up close.
Yeah, it's pretty wild down there.
Woo. Oh man.
So,
but
anyway,
I digress, and circling back to the side of gatekeeping.
Yes.
I have another question for you, because I'd like to hear your opinions and at least your ideas of where you think this comes from. But what is your definition of a fan?
Carl, you want to take that one first?
Sure. All right. My definition of a fan is someone who, I'll take it off of me personally. Like, I heard about it and then I delved into it more. Maybe I didn't catch it at day one because I'm doing work and stuff like that. So, and at a time, I didn't like, okay, let's take Yu-Gi-Oh! For example. I didn't hear about Yu-Gi-Oh! Until like literally the card game started. So that was around like 2002. Someone got me into it and I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. Now, was it from day one? Not exactly, but was it too far off? No. But I've been in Yu-Gi-Oh! Involved with Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically the card game for 14 years. So my definition of a fan would be that if you stuck with the criteria or the media or what source or whatever, from day one, you're a fan. And yeah, you're going to have your disagreements with it, but you still love it. And it's something that you, like you said, Jude, you came up with it from your youth. It's something that you hold close to your heart. So,
you know, Carl, I would say it I don't think it necessarily has to start when you're young. I think you can become a fan of something when you're later, in your later years or older, our age, for example. But I think a fan is someone who like actively supports. Well, that's kind of support. You can do support in various ways, right? But like you support, you know about what it is that you're supporting. You have pretty, maybe not super in-depth knowledge, but you got depth knowledge of it, right? If you know someone just in general, someone asks you, you know, hey, what's a Super Saiyan on Dragon Ball? Like we could talk about that all day, or we know who Cell, and we can mention characters and give the story of what actually went down with it. Like, you know, you know what the hell is going on with that thing, whatever it is you're a fan of or person, right? And yeah, I think that's, you know, that's my aspect of it, like just the knowledge of it, and then you support it. It's like you watch it regularly or you listen to it regularly. Maybe you bought a couple of DVDs or movies of it or books, you know, some kind of way. Maybe you have like a Dragon Ball Z shirt. Well, you know, merch isn't always indicative of a fan, but you support it in, you know, various ways. So, you know,
I like both. I like both answers, because for me, it comes down to one word, and I'm not trying to, you know, jump into the resident otaku moniker when I do this, especially with, you know, when they do those spin-offs and like you get the big explosive background kind of thing.
Yep.
But in truth, it's the passion.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because obviously there's probably some young individual watching and like, well, I'm passionate about My Hero. Okay, cool. Would you still be passionate about My Hero if people on the daily trash talked it.
Right. Oh yeah, I think that's a good point too. Yeah, if people are trash talking that and you'll defend it.
When you are the underdog, are you willing to die on that hill?
Right.
Yep.
For your passion.
Yep. And then you can kind of tell when people don't, or when people are bandwagon.
Yep. And we'll say like, not even anime. Let's hit some of our sports fans, right? Yep. Are you willing to stick with your team?
Damn straight.
All the way to the end, no matter what happens.
Yep. We lose every year, but I don't care.
You wear that jersey with pride, don't you? If you have a jersey.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I've worn the shit out of this shirt so much that the back is actually like faded. Like you can't. There used to be a name on there, you know.
That's dedication.
You know, I'm a hardcore Eagles fan through and through. But yeah, like I get what you're saying.
And for me, like I had I had a hand-me-down Terrapin shirt. I forgot who I got it from.
From Maryland, yeah.
But and y'all both know I'm not the biggest sports person. I'm coordinated with other things.
Yep.
Rhythm games, not so much hand-eye coordination if you put a ball in there. But I love where I come from.
Yep.
And that Terrapins jersey was my way of representing. Like, I'm from Maryland and I love my state.
Yep. Actually, I got a Maryland hoodie upstairs too. Although I don't rep the teams. It's like that's history for me. You know, that's where I lived at one point in my life. So I like having stuff that shows this is where I was at that time, or this is a part of how I am, you know. I met you guys there.
Back in the 90s, very strong supporter of the Dolphins.
Hey, the Miami Dolphins.
Oh
what?
My God.
Oh man.
I think the Dan Marino year, to be specific, the Dan Marino year.
Okay. I was gonna say because later they were like the worst team in the league for years.
They were terrible. And then I stopped being about sports, like because I like basketball too, but I'm more of a football person. Yes, but very strong supporter of the Miami Dolphins, yo.
That's what's up though. Hell, yeah. You go into that sports bar and you duke it out with whoever you got to.
Yeah. But now, without further ado,
oh shit,
roll the clip because I want both of you to hold on to this passion.
Here we go,
and hopefully the audio's working.
Here we go.
Yeah, hit share audio. So let me know.
To complete the Dragon Ball Z quest to destroy 10 objects with a single Kamehameha attack.
Oh, that gets me.
The fuck is a Kamehameha? The fuck is that?
Meter wave. The first time we heard that, I thought she said the meter wave.
It sound like I don't know, like she's trying to turn it into some Hawaiian word.
I know.
Like,
actually, it is Hawaiian. The Kamehameha is actually Hawaiian.
It is, but the Kamehameha we know of is the turtle destructive wave.
Were you?
That's right. I had to bring it down. I'm sorry.
There he is.
Yes. Justifies gatekeeping as a concept.
You got the other one too?
Yes. I think it was a tweet. Oh, it's a tweet. That's right. I got it. Hold up.
We stray further from God's light every
day. But every time we fall further from God's grace, His light. You know, I could see Jesus just up in the clouds, just looking down,
just shaking his head. I sacrificed myself for y'all. Y'all are doing this dumb stuff.
Oh man, I'm gonna get smited for that one. I could just feel it. All right, here we go.
Dragon Ball Mythic in Fortnite 10 times stronger. So we all know the Kamehameha is over. Dragon Ball Mythic in Fortnite 10 times.
The Kamehameha. Oh, wait. One more time.
No, I don't need to cry anymore.
Hold on.
Dragon Ball Mythic in Fortnite 10 times stronger. So we all know the Kamehameha is.
How? It doesn't even read like that.
Because most people do. Okay, so I'm gonna tell a bit of a small Yu-Gi-Oh story.
Holy
So
shit!
there's this channel I watch called what is it? The DB Grinder, Dueling Book Grinder. And this man cannot. When I say he cannot pronounce names of players unless they're in like English and they're simple. Like he cannot read tough names. He cannot read card names. He keep like the new Tearlament cards. He can't read half those names and they're very easy. And I'm like, bruh, stop. And you're an actual player. Learn
Reading
to
is
sound
hard,
out names.
This is why I wanted y'all to hold the passion, because let's cycle it back, because I know we came in with Z.
Yeah.
And when those movies hit, just taking that time to do the charge up of Ka, May, Ha, May. You hold it for a minute. Maybe the bad guy said some stuff like, I know this is the movie, but you're really not going to finish me off with this? Ha!
Oh my god, so silly. Like people, Kameyamama.
You know those two people aren't fans. They're just doing it for fucking bait for views and stuff so they can grow their Fortnite careers and TikTok growth, man. And that's listen, I mean, we're already not even monetized on this video, so I'm just I mean, this is like the newest Kamehameha, if anything,
no,
right?
there's more.
This is the. I mean, no. This one, this is just Goku just screaming it.
Oh. And this is the Ultra Instinct version too.
Oh yeah, it's Adult Swim.
Oh,
I did not realize Super was on Adult Swim.
They messed this song up, and I love this song. In the dub, they messed this song up, so I can definitely agree with Kevin on this one because I was mad.
Oh yeah. She's just using everything. Gong 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 gong.
I'm just gonna say this. I did not see an iPhone jump away from that attack.
Look, see, he's pronouncing it clearly here. Ah!
Yeah, but he's been doing it for how many years, though? To be fair,
that's true. Oh, but she didn't
Try
know.
me.
She didn't know.
It's at this moment she knew.
I've been doing this shit since 1984, bitch.
Yeet. That was like pretty funny.
And a lot of people were like, that's not how that works.
Up close. Jesus Christ.
Point blank.
Had to hit her with the triple take.
Yeah. Hey, how did she not die? Does it only kill evil people? Was that?
No, that's the spirit bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
that's right.
So if he would have killed her, he would have been disqualified.
Yeah, that's right. They couldn't kill in that tournament. But still,
I mean, the other thing is, and this was explained in Dragon Ball lore.
Yeah.
When using the Kamehameha, you actually transfer your own ki, as in life energy, into the attack.
Right.
If you expend more life energy than you have, then it's lethal.
Yeah.
But if you equal it out, it's like you punch them in the face.
Yeah.
But with a really, really big fist that covers the entire body.
I mean, he blew her away. You know. But that's just to say, there's so much lore out there. There's so much it's been in existence for forever. I mean, and that's why gatekeeping is important, I guess. You don't want people who aren't really fans or don't truly support it to even talk about it. You know, because it's like you're ruining it.
You're ruining it.
Like, I will ask this question to the younger crowd out there. How would you like if we talked about let's go to hip hop or what the younger people think hip hop is today. Yes, I did go there. You can come for me in the comments. I don't care. Meet me in the parking lot afterwards. Anyway.
Which parking lot? I'm in California. Jeep in Colorado Springs.
Man,
What
just
if we
DDoS.
came
Yo, wait.
after your mumble rap? What if we came after your mumble rap artists? Like the way that y'all come after, or like you try to be fans of, Dragon Ball, try to be new fans, which is okay if you're getting it right. But what if we came like that to like mumble rap and stuff like that? Y'all probably wouldn't like it at all.
Yeah.
Y'all probably would not like it at all. So they want to come in and demand new things change to them. They don't deserve to come through the gate. He's not wrong about that.
And that's actually where me and him were going with it. Because when we mainly hit it, another thing that parallels anime, especially way back in the days.
Right.
And I hate to diss the family home console of Nintendo, but realistically, who was at home playing video games?
You said who was or who is?
No, who was like back then?
Yeah.
Who was in the house playing video games?
Literally us.
I was about to say.
Okay, but and I'm not just gonna once again make a jab at race, but in most cases, if you were at home on like Friday afternoon and your friends are like, "Yo, like we're going to the park," and your parents heard that,
get out, James. I gotta make a quick side note.
What up?
I'm glad you mentioned that. We had one toy back in the day. It was called Outside. Unsupervised shenanigans.
Oh my days.
And I mean, I wasn't trying to out us like that. I was just saying more of, hey, like you got time to be on there. You got time to be with your friends.
Yeah, it's very true.
And if you didn't have any, your friends were named Sonic and Tails.
Yeah, Sonic and Tails, they got me through some hard times.
Sonic, Tails, Mario.
Sonic taught me you got to go fast.
Maybe if your parents slipped up, you got to do what you could and learn the arts from Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
Get over here.
I know, right?
Yep. I learned those uppercuts. Yeah, that's really where it stems from. I don't know if y'all, when y'all played Mortal Kombat, like I couldn't figure out how to do the finishers when I was a kid, so I would just do the little duck down, uppercut shit.
I was in the arcade and I lucked out and hit Sub-Zero's finisher out of nowhere. I didn't know what I was doing. I just pressed random buttons, finish him, random buttons, and I just hit I just hit the finisher. I was like, "Oh, fatality, cool."
And that was the other thing. We might have claimed we went to go see friends, and as I stated before, and if I haven't done it on the channel, how I met Carl.
Oh boy.
I was told to go outside. I said, cool. The mall was a walk down, like, I want to say like 10, 15-minute walk from my house.
It's still outside the house.
Yeah, it's outside.
I walked to the mall to go play DDR of all things. This man was jamming. And I was just like, in the back of my mind, like, yo, I want to get there one day. Cause I was at medium, like just entering that heavy side of things. But it was like, it had to be specific songs I could do. I wasn't going crazy, but I was like, like, I want to get there. So I put my quarter up because that was our low-key sign, like you had next.
Yep.
He finished up and he was just like, oh, you're getting ready to play? And I was like, yeah. Like, you're really good. And we just started talking. He joined me. What was it? I think you picked the second song and let me pick two, right?
Yeah. It was something like that.
And between actually, like, not necessarily goading, like, you were encouraging. You helped me get into it and work my way up.
And then you became a fan.
I mean, I was playing DDR regardless. I was just trying to get better.
I know.
And it was one of those things where that's a positive experience to get someone into something, like actually working through with them.
Right.
And 2K's statement, Imagine if I came up and I was just like, oh, well,
This game sucks.
you know, this game sucks. Like, why can't I do this with it? Why can't I do that with it?
Those are the worst, actually.
Yeah, because I was say that the people so what frustrates me is people don't want to learn. They just want to come up and admonish you and make fun of you for for example, like Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to learn. People don't like Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon's a kid's thing.
No, it is highly competitive.
I was about to say, thank you, dude.
Like, quite frankly,
there are grown women who are into Pokemon. So
and I was gonna say, like, the actual competitive scene with some of the new moves they showcased for Scarlet and Violet.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say it like this: if stall teams are not a huge meta, I don't know what the fuck is. So, to kind of give you guys an idea, you remember the move Substitute?
Yes.
Yep.
So imagine a move that automatically creates a substitute and switches the Pokemon out.
Oh shit!
They made that a thing.
The old bait and switch.
But at the same time, people are going to be like, "Oh, well, it's for kids.
No,
You shouldn't be playing that, motherfucker." I was told catch them all, and you just keep making them. Quite frankly, the only reason I'm upset with Game Freak over some of, like, if not most of its decisions, is because taking away the national decks at first, doing a huge Pokemon cut for ones I enjoyed, taking all of these shortcuts only to find out that they split the team to try to make another game that isn't Pokemon. And while that's fine, I understand your company wants to grow, you want to be diverse.
But that's what they are.
Like,
Pokemon.
It is.
You built your whole company on it.
And at the end of the day, like, even if you try not to be Pokemon, like, put your best effort into what you're doing. Don't just make these shortcuts that, like, honestly, I can see why people are just randomly leaking information. Because at this point, you might as well. That way people know if they're worth buying your game or not.
Yeah. Like, most of the some of the time, like, I definitely understand. I'm also against leaks because, like, let me make the decision for myself is my thing. But then again, it's like, who wants to spend $60 on a bad game? So I'm kind of torn in between the two, but I understand it.
Yeah, no doubt. Do you think gatekeeping could ever, I don't know, because we talked about it in a positive annotation. Do you think there's a negative aspect to that?
Very much so. And it comes through the same thing that always comes through, the inability to communicate. Because, so let's say we lock something down, obviously, like, let's say we lock down Dragon Ball, right? All because of this Fortnite fiasco, which, honestly, like, that's where I threw up my Crusader flag.
Kameda Mama.
Gosh.
Like, then people are going to be like, oh, well, I genuinely want to learn about it. Like, where's the beginning? Like, no, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
I can't trust you.
Yeah.
You've ruined this.
Well, why can't you trust me? Is it because I'm too young? Yeah, because every young person plays fucking Fortnite.
It is very offsetting to see Goku and Vegeta running around with SMGs and sniper rifles. It's like, what the fuck?
He could just use Final Flash and wipe out the planet.
I know, that's what I was about to say. Like, you could just punch somebody into oblivion, literally.
Like, what was it? During the Boo saga, when it was like, oh yeah, let's hold back, and Vegeta just breaks the machine.
He did.
Is it just like, this is stupid?
Vegeta has no chill. Kay says it's also important to realize you can't actually gatekeep a huge fandom like Dragon Ball. It's too big.
And that is true. Like, with all of the notoriety behind it, people are going to find out about it. But then that stems into the overarching thing. So obviously, with my moniker as the resident otaku, y'all know I live and thrive in the world of anime. And even though there's some things I miss, there's some things I might pick up as a dark horse. There's some things I look at and never tell you about because you're just going to be like, what the f is wrong with you?
Shaking my head.
But
Looking down
I
from the cloud.
personally enjoy anime, and that's why I dive into it, and I look at what I enjoy. I love it overall. I love it for the good and the bad. I love the Tequila Gundam of all things.
That's fair.
I loved all of friggin' G Gundam.
There's only one.
And I loved being able to watch Code Geass with a homie who allowed me to get a chance to appreciate it for what it was over past trauma of just not ever finishing the series. Like, and it was great because there are those moments where you can get with someone and thoroughly enjoy something. And why I kind of have this fear on the angle of gatekeeping and why I wanted to talk about it is because what about those people who get into like, stop it. he knows exactly what happened there. I'm not going to talk about it, but stop it.
Oh, geez.
Regardless, like Carl had mentioned, the people who want to learn, I appreciate that. But what happens if, we'll say, the three of us sit down, we're going to watch, there's this new one this season called Call by the Night. General gist of it is guy stays up late too long, meets a vampire. Now he wants to become a vampire because he doesn't know how to relate to people. Jeez. But the only way to turn into a vampire is to have affection for the vampire and then get bit. She's biting him because his blood tastes amazing.
Right.
But he's genuinely like trying to learn how to connect to another being.
Jesus.
So very great premise, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say we have a fourth party member sit down and they're just like, oh, but why can't this be like Twilight? Why can't this be like Blade? Why can't this be like, and they're trying to pick and choose what sort of vampiric lore rather than appreciating the story for what it is. And of course, that's going to turn into an argument.
Yep.
And the simple cut and dry, period, point blank we can throw on it is, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Right.
Fair enough.
But now anime's at that point where it's so in the mainstream, whether it's anime overall or just specific series, you can't necessarily say that because now, oh, well, if you don't like Dragon Ball, now you're not cool.
Right.
Oh, look at these sports folks who are represented by, you know, posing like they're about to do the Rasengan, posing like they're going to drop the weights.
Yep.
You're posing, and that immediately wants me to call you a poser because where were you when all of this was originally going down?
Where were you when I was shooting in the gym?
I was right. I know, right? Like, cause speaking of actually, so I sent Jude a video of a guy doing the Kamehameha in full outfit.
Yep.
Full outfit. Dude hit the stance. He hit the prep. This man was about it. I hope to see the black. Get out of here, Kay. But you could tell this man was about. He was about that life because I had never seen anybody put that much dedication into doing a Kamehameha.
Went to the backflip for no reason.
I mean, the man hit the instant transfusion too, or his version of it, because obviously we all know you can't do that in real life. But he was about it, and you don't have enough people that are about it these days, and like because they're younger and they don't understand. But then, when does that stop being an excuse? Like, you can always go learn. Like anytime a new anime showed up, I always delved into it. Like Jude said. I always delved into it, tried to learn about it, and if I liked it, I watched it, I read it, not in that order, but you know what I mean.
Right.
But I tried to be more engaged. If I didn't like it, hey, I'm out. That's it.
And actually, with that, G, if you had something, go ahead.
No, you're good.
So I had a quick thing to add, and that's spoiler culture, right? And here's a fair thing to admit, because a little story time with Jude. I played the original Fate Stay Night novel all 3 parts that consist of Fate Stay Night, and once completed, it unlocks Unlimited Blade Works, where I have to complete a whole new route to get Heaven's Feel. Obviously, now Ufotable hitting some of those, Fate series, giving them great animation. It has been years since Unlimited Blade Works was done. And while, yes, I get excited, because again, I'm passionate about it. I got my PhD in Fate.
PhD.
Oh, Lord.
And with that, like, I get excited when people are like, oh yeah, like, what'd you think about the fight between Shiro and Archer? And it's just like, yo, it's genuinely a duality of one's ideals versus who they truly are. That was the basis of Unlimited Blade Works.
Mm-hmm.
And as I get excited about it, they're just like, wait a minute, that's a spoiler. What do you mean that's a spoiler? It's pretty friggin' obvious that the dude in the coat who came back in time to kill himself is here to stop himself from becoming a hero. Spoiler. No, like I've just been through it. I went through it way back in the early 2000s when the light novel was a thing. But that just once again points out how many people were playing freaking visual novels and reading light novels. Nobody, except the lonely people or the ones dedicated enough to find it.
Said the lonely people.
I may have had you guys, but some of those times. Some of those times when it's just like, yo, I just can't go out.
No, I feel that.
So what am I doing?
Especially with
into my hobbies.
8 years, like people think.
And all of a sudden, now I get excited. I want to talk about it. Spoilers. So, to you two,
yes.
At what point do spoilers no longer matter?
At what point do
spoilers and here's a huge example. Spoiler warning for the people who are like this. The Darth Vader reveal. The Darth Vader reveal, and this is not set up in any context where I would be like, say you're showing your kid for the first time. So obviously you didn't talk about it because your kid's getting into it.
Right.
Versus some Joe on the street and you just so happen to be talking about Star Wars.
I don't know, Carl, you want to take this first?
No, I did want to make a situational difference because obviously if you're bringing your kid into something and they're excited, why would you tell them? Let them be surprised like you. But hey, off the street, you like Star Wars? Yeah, I like Star Wars. Da 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 da. Darth Vader. Whoa. How long is too long?
How long is too long to win? What you mean?
To where that spoilers, like, when should that be irrelevant? How old does something have to be?
So I would say, for me, somehow Palpatine returned. Be quiet. I would say give it a year. If you ain't seen it by a year, I don't know where I can help you.
That's fair. So
now, arguably, what if I said I just got into it? Would you say anything?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Very difficult.
Because it's exciting to talk about something whenever someone is okay, I'm glad Carl doesn't want me to chat.
I want Kay to chat. Kay can say whatever he wants, except for bringing up things like Nonnally.
I don't mind. I don't mind Kay chatting. He just does it sometimes to get on my nerves, and he knows it.
Okay, before we continue, let me actually tell what happened with Nonnally, right?
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, like way back when Code Geass first started airing.
Yep.
I had a life situation where I couldn't finish because a few names were given to people I was at the time close to, and I couldn't disassociate from a situation that occurred.
Oh God.
So ultimately, I ended up hating the series because I hated those people. And I never went back until Kay was just like, we should watch it. We should watch it. We should watch it. And I was just like, you know what? Because you're a friend, we'll watch it.
Yep.
And then we start playing the 5D chess with Lelouch. Everything's going on. And it was just like, oh, well, not only is fucking, like, she's crippled and blind. It's just like, yeah, so nothing's going to happen. And then he just random, like, offhanded, she's not blind. I was just like, wait a minute, what? And I stuck to the whole series. I stuck to my guns. Like, no, she's blind. There's nothing she can do. She's blind. She's dead. She's blind. It doesn't matter. Nothing's gonna happen. She opened her eyes.
Yep.
She opened her eyes. She could freaking see. I was like, what the fuck?
Nonali was not blind.
I literally said hi at the beginning of the stream, and Carl got upset about it. He reminds me of somebody at my job all the time. They're like, "Hey, Carl, how are you doing?" And I literally tell them that, in a joking manner, like, go to hell, because every time they ask me a question, they ask me something really stupid, or it's like somewhat sensitive, and I don't know when to quit. So I'm just like, no, you're not asking me any questions. Go ahead. Sometimes Kay is the same way.
So
He's the homie.
He's the homie. Wait, I'm sorry. I just have to share this because I thought this was pretty funny. I'm like I don't know if you guys can see this comic here.
No.
Oh my God.
There's lens flare. I can see the comments through the comic.
Yeah, you can see the TikTok stuff. Okay, hang on. I know how to do this.
I meant the comments of Kay.
I know how to do this. I'm going to send it here. See, technology is a wonderful thing.
Sometimes.
A wonderful thing to be used as the crusade of gatekeeping.
Oh, what? Okay. So you know what? Here, can I save this post? Because it's like one of those private group posts that you have to be in the group.
What a nerd.
Oh my God. I have Facebook up on the computer. Which is ironic because it's a Resident Evil page. Oh, wait, you pulled that back up?
I did not pull that back up.
Who done it? Because it wasn't me.
It was probably you. Unless it's suspect. No, he's not here.
No. I think Sus is actually just occupied with something. I don't know. But while I'm doing that, I will explain my part from earlier about the time frame you mentioned.
Yeah,
I would agree with Carl. Maybe about a year of time before they, like within a year, you should see it. But also, I would want to respect if someone's just getting into it. It was Kay. He did it. Also, I would want to respect if someone's telling me they're just getting into it, and it's exciting to actually talk about something that somebody else also enjoys, like you were saying. I'd be like, okay, I'll respect it. I won't say nothing until you actually get to it,
But
and
then
also,
comes what if they don't tell you they just got into it? Like they let the conversation drag before saying something.
Then that's kind of their fault. If
Right.
they don't actually say anything, you got to voice that you're trying to, not be.
What the heck?
Oh, it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's what I was laughing at.
Michael Myers shows up.
He gets arrested. I'm sorry. I know it's completely off topic, but I had like that squirrel moment. I just thought that was the funniest shit ever.
No, that's going to be me and the people I gatekeep from.
Yeah.
You're going to get the anime police. Get the anime police and all these people like, all right, let me just sneak into this series so I can ruin it.
And you're just like, no. It's perfect. It's actually perfect. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so that's
on the spoiler thing, I'm very bad at that with Kay. I'm only doing this the once. If you are not hearing this, then you're not hearing this. But I'm bad at with this with the boys.
Oh man, I love the boys.
No, but they've been trying to get me to do that since forever, and I won't do it. So that's the one.
Yo, Kay, you gotta clip that.
Shut up, man. No.
Flip it.
Flip it and just hold on to it forever. So you got Carl being like, the boys.
But anyway, like there's a lot of stuff I know about that show and a bit more, but I've only read one volume of the comic, and good Lord. But I do know quite a few things about that show, so it's kind of hard to keep my mouth shut.
And realistically, that's one of those series that like it just came out. Well, didn't just come out. Well, like they got season 1, they got season 2, they just finished season 3.
Yep.
Like it's hard not to get excited, like especially with something this new and this exciting, and a divergence from the mainstream superhero. All right, we got our hero. Here's some villains. They beat him up. See you next week.
Yep.
This is like a constant story of, okay, but what if the heroes were just as douchey as people?
Right.
Because that's the thing. It's an interesting concept because you're right. Like heroes, like what do they do outside of the crime fighting? So that's why I was like, oh, okay, see their actual personalities, what they do, how they actually act. I think in real life, heroes would probably be more like the boys than like what we see on like it would. I don't think people would be like Justice League showing restraint and stuff. It'd be like y'all remember that movie Megamind? You ever watch that movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You remember he gave that homie powers so that he could fight him, but then he was like, "Oh, okay, all right, you won this time. I'll see you next week." He's like, "No, I'm gonna kill you," kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's like, "No."
Like that was, and I forget if we actually talked about it on the stream or for just like a side thing. But that's honestly why I got into anime personally, because you get to see that overarching story, character consequences. They come back to them.
Yeah,
like
right.
Shooting back to friggin' Dragon Ball and Goku's whole. Like honestly, I blame Roshi for this. But that first tournament where it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go in Jacket Shun, I'm gonna teach these guys, beat up Krillin. All I gotta do is beat Goku. Oh, Goku's strong though. Goku's strong though. But I won. And what Goku took with that is there's always going to be someone stronger.
There is, yep.
And immediately after that, minus the Red Ribbon incident,
yep,
we get into the fight with Piccolo. Yep. He got his revenge on Piccolo, which turned into Piccolo Jr. It sounds like it's going to be a cycle of hatred before he's just like, you know what, I beat you up. Go ahead, get stronger. We'll do this again.
Mm-hmm.
You realize I'm here to kill you. No, it's fine. Just go get stronger.
That's all Goku cared about.
4 years later, Raditz showed up. Man, I killed Goku. But the Saiyans are coming.
Oh, right.
Goku's back. I am the Prince of all Saiyans. Vegeta. I wish Suspect were here to post up a Vegeta picture for no reason. Well, hey, I just beat you up. I'm really exhausted. Krillin, don't stab him. Goku, he literally has the power to blow up the planet. Fuck it. It's fine. I promise you it's fine.
So let him go. It'll be fine. But he killed some of our friends. Nah,
it's fine. Cool. It's fine. They'll be back. Go to Namek.
He just didn't care about Yamcha at all, bro.
Okay, first off,
he didn't.
Bulma did not care about Yamcha.
Oh
Bulma didn't care about it. It's true.
She straight took Vegeta.
I know.
After he killed everyone.
But even Chaozu, who all died?
Chaozu blew himself up.
Chaozu died. Yamcha died. Did Tien die too?
Tien died. Everybody but Krillin and Gohan dropped.
Everyone.
And then all of a sudden, It's the Frieza arc, and Vegeta has that like Kakarot. You're the last Saiyan. Oh God, you're the last Saiyan. Shit. Don't worry, Vegeta. So the power of the friendship we attained through exchanging our fists, I'll do this one for you, buddy.
It's so true.
And then all of a sudden, Frieza gets beat.
Yep.
Trunks had to finish off Frieza.
Yeah.
Like Trunks came and put him down. Like, no. No.
Showed up and said, nah, call it a day.
Goku rolls up and is just like, hey guys, what's up? Where were you? Oh, I was training in space. No big deal.
He's literally just on another planet.
Check it.
Yeah.
Goku done stole my glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's time for the Cell games? You know what? This is Gohan's problem. Goku, what the fuck? No. Trust me. Gohan's got it.
Worst anime dad ever.
Oh my.
Like, if you actually think about it, Goku never killed anyone until Majin Buu.
Yeah,
and he immediately wished for him to be resurrected.
He did. Yeah. Yep.
They're like, yo, this is fun. I hope you're reborn again.
Damn.
Goku, stop! You can't make friends with all your enemies.
I was about to say, apparently he's trying to prove that theory wrong.
But then, that's when we cross over to Super, right?
Yep.
And he finally put down Frieza, who he immediately picks up for the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, we could use your strength. Yep.
Goku,
Actually, I saw something lately. Like, I think Frieza got a new form.
He did get a new form.
Is that true?
Yeah, he's now Frieza Black.
Frieza. Yeah.
He's Frieza Black.
I'm gonna call that Frieza Black, right?
Yeah, Frieza Black.
Only here's the thing. He got it because he found a planet with its own hyperbolic time chamber where one day is 10 years.
Okay, so he did like training arc, but the bad guy training arc. So I wonder why they gave him that, just so he could compete essentially with the god level, although he was golden Frieza.
But here's the thing though. He trained for 4 months, gained gold, and could compete with Super Saiyan Blue.
Right.
Now he trained for 10 years.
And now he's Frieza Black. So he's probably actually stronger than them at this point. That's pretty crazy.
I think if, James, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what you explained, he's stronger than Ego and Ultra Instinct.
He one-shot both.
Damn. Frieza Black in this bitch.
Yeah.
So he's the new big bad again, I guess.
Well, that's where they're doing theories on what the next arc is going to be.
Yeah.
Because it might be what some people are labeling the war arc between Beerus and Frieza for title of God of Destruction.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But remember, Beerus put all of that on Goku to be the one to beat him.
That's true.
While simultaneously currently working to train Vegeta.
Yeah, who's working on his ego form. Yep. His ego power. That's pretty cool. I'm interested to see how it turns out.
Right? But then if we go back to like DC, Batman got his back broken for the 20th time.
And that's why people are straying away from Western comics, because it's the same old monotonous stuff.
The same tropes. Well, yeah, it's exactly like what Kay was saying. But Superman bad trope, boring and overdone. We want to see something a little more relatable, something more realistic.
And that's why I like The Boys. Actually, The Boys and Invincible were the first thing that got me back into like superhero type stuff.
Invincible. I just kept seeing that clip everywhere of dude beating his son.
I am really, I know it's not going to happen, but I would just love to see them one episode piss everybody off. Bring Omni-Man into The Boys just to fight Homelander.
That would be crazy, actually, because they're
Did
both.
Did y'all not know that Death Battle did this?
Yes,
no.
I know. No,
I
I'm
didn't
talking
know.
about the
Oh,
actual.
gee, you didn't know? Carl,
What?
shut up. I'm sending it to him after this.
Bet.
Bruh.
Only thing I can say is, who do you think has it? Omni-Man versus Homelander.
I think Omni-Man, dude. Honestly, I know Homelander's pretty crazy, but Omni-Man is just fucking savage.
Woo.
Oh man, don't tell me
It's
Homelander.
gonna be
gets
good.
it.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We ain't saying nothing.
Battle of the Superman.
I'll put it this way: it's not gonna be Superman versus Goku.
Mm-mm.
It is definitely not gonna be that.
No. Like, as soon as I saw them pull that, like y'all just made a freebie out of this one. That's all I'm gonna say. Freebie.
Kay says Superman, but an asshole has been the industry standard for at least 10 years at this point. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta get something new. We need some, we really need some new comics, like some new superheroes. Because the old stuff is just at this point, it's played out.
Yeah, like and theory wise, like in anime, this is kind of like Superman theoretically was kind of why Saitama was created.
You mean satire?
Oh yeah,
Complete and utter satire.
just to make fun of it, like it's just stupid.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, "Well, he's a gag character on purpose, folks. You're not reading in between the lines."
Well, here's the thing. Yes, the series of One Punch Man is mainly satire, but the key to Saitama's actual power is that he broke his limits. And if you don't believe me, you can go ahead and check out the community of Anime Balls Deep and listen to all of their theory videos coming up about Saitama and the nonsense. Shameless plug on another channel aside. No, like, again, I do dive deep into some of this stuff, and Saitama's rigorous training that would normally kill a man is what allowed him to not only surpass his mortal limits, but in doing so, it gave him his ability to basically just be who he is.
The man tanked a beam shot from like almost point blank.
The man tanked a nuclear reactor blowing up through the power of... let me stop. Just in case nobody's caught up. But yes, he's taken nuclear level punches.
We could subvert expectations and have Superman. Most of the time he does, Kay. Unless you're talking about Homelander. To which Homelander does not care at all.
No fucks.
Randomly speaking on this, me and Kay, while going through G Gundam, which was probably like the best anime ride I had with a friend, especially like as more of a retrospective look on my end, because it's been so many years and like going back to look at it. Looking at the actual Gundam fight rules, they're fucking stupid. Literal, one of the rules is if property damage is done in the middle of a Gundam fight, the pilots will not be held liable.
Well,
you blew up my house. Whoop, sorry.
Whoops. Collateral damage. Unreal.
Oh gosh, that reminds me of the meme. Just slap your dang on freaking sandal down or whatever. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Like, the entire Gundam fight rules were just like going through them. At first, it was like, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like, why
makes sense. All damage done on Earth is fine. Wait a minute.
First of all, why are we not fighting? The most you can do is fight out in the ocean or something.
That's actually what he brought. He was like, go to like a desolate desert, have a fight there. Sure, there's like... Actually, so here's the thing. There was a fight we skipped just because I didn't want to subject him to like the repetitive early Gundam fights.
Right.
Of, Domon being like, have you seen this man? No, blows your head up. Have you seen this man? No, blows your head up. Have you seen this man? No, but I'm a main character.
He was looking for Master Asia for the longest time.
No, he was looking for his brother.
Or the screening of new Park movies, completely paranoid. He's not wrong. Can't say he's wrong on that one.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
That reminds me of Doro Hedoro, if anybody's watched that.
Oh, is that the dude with the, it's like that wizard city? Yeah, I watched that one.
Wizard-headed dude.
Yep. Which I watched I didn't read the manga. I watched the whole season on Netflix because I just like the animation on it. And I was still thoroughly confused at the end. I'm like, what the? Like, did he find out who killed him or not? Because that was the whole point. He was like, who killed me?
I don't, just in case nobody's watched it, I don't want to spoil it, but I know what happened to him.
I probably have to read the manga.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, man, that was a pretty good conversation today.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jude? You wanna wrap this up?
I mean, as per usual, I appreciate the talks. It was good business.
Indeed.
A lot of good business.
Yes, very good business. Good business.
I cannot really complain about anything where we've gone through this. Overall, when it comes to gatekeeping, to get us, sectionally go through this, and that was the main topic. I'm on board with it, especially in the case of, as Carl pointed out, folks not trying to learn.
Right.
Folks who come in out of nowhere, just I'm putting my dick on the table. I like Dragon Ball, so I know everything about it. Okay, but do you know about the roots? The roots don't matter.
Oof.
What matters now is that my Goku can turn Ultra Ego 5 Saiyan and whatever.
Oh, shit.
Or people who genuinely go crazy with some of the stuff that gets said. Oh my gosh. I'm glad this is not a topic about shipping, because that's going to be a whole other handbasket that I'm not going to touch right now. But getting into how long for spoilers until it's okay. Appreciate having Carl on here once again. I did shoot the invite out to TD. I guess he's busy over in Texas. Gotta stop them recruiter scammers, all that stuff going on. Now that he's recruiter police.
Woo-hoo.
Carl, as always, we don't get to see your big bald head because you got your hat on.
You wore the hat today.
Exactly.
And a suspect who is probably going to watch this later.
Shame.
I told y'all it was going to be at 1 o'clock.
I'm just looking at suspect and shaking my head. And
I know, right?
No, I outright said, my episode, it's getting done at this time.
Yep.
Because I know 100%.
We got shit to do later.
If you were on the other foot, because y'all know in the afternoon I'll be playing card games or D&D. He would have ran this episode without me. So,
facts.
Here's your one. Here's your one. I told you we were doing it, and you weren't here. We did it.
I do have a little bit of something.
What you got?
For this. So I rewind back to my comment about mumble rappers and stuff like that. I have a better example. If we were to dare, not know anything about Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion, Young Kid coming for our necks for sure. No question.
Oh yeah.
So young folks, make your comparisons. If you don't know anything about anime, stuff like that, learn about it before you come to us, because you don't want us coming after Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj. Y'all will kill us. Just saying.
I mean, I ain't saying I'm gonna kill nobody. I'm just saying
Talking
I
about the
am.
generation. I'm not talking about
You better watch what you say around me. I'll give
And
you
with that,
one.
us.
hey, Kay's closing us out because he didn't get to last time.
And with that, everybody out there, this is your resident otaku Jude on the Homie Talk with G11.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace. And that